Here we go. Ringy dingy. One ringy
Jared's
dingy.
Of course you guys are. Of course you guys are. Of course you guys are. Hello. Listen, winning one Facebook, or was it one Twitter, doesn't make you smart. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, but where?
Why are you guys calling my cell phone? That was one time I said do that. You need to follow instructions. This is the Navy. What happened to you guys? You win one soup and you go crazy?
Wait,
Guess what? Leave your phone. Hold on. Leave your phone on. You keep your iPhone on. I'm going to have a couple of F-18 stop by and drop off some soup for you. No worries.
Oh, yes, the F-18s.
We'll give you a couple of gallons of soup.
From
Remember,
where?
F-18s are big load. So just leave your phone on. That's all.
I want my soup, Fari. Come on.
You will get your soup. Just leave your phone on. We'll probably get it before the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
Just leave it on.
Okay, all right.
They use that for honing devices, so. What's going on, guys? What happened to you guys? I'm sitting here waiting. I told people listen, I said it on the Twitter. I said my streaming audio will come online after my interview. So I'm sitting here. I said, is this Option House doing this? Is it Benzinga is doing this? Who is doing this? I don't know what number to call.
I don't want to rat anybody out, but it's Joe and Brianna. But
no worries.
We'll get it set. We'll get it set.
No, that morning, 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago it was, we had a problem with Comcast. And this line that you could dial is my Comcast. It's the best quality, though. It's a Comcast issue, and that was a problem. So I said, go to my cell. I prefer not use the cell because this is a landline. It's much better quality.
Okay.
Anyhow, shoot, I'm ready.
Okay, Fari. Well, we've had some fireworks over the last couple days here, and boy, it's is it turned your sentiment at all? How are the Sigmas working, and how are you playing this pop off that 1903 low?
Well, we bought some Q options yesterday, calls. As mentioned, we will do that in both chat rooms and also on our market timing feed, which is Hunter Killer Sub on Twitter. It's you'll see what do you call it? One of the three Seawolf submarines we have. That's the logo. We talked about we post charts on there on Saturdays. What we mentioned there was here it gave the logic. We said, look, go to the Wyckoff chart, look at IWM or its big brethren Russell, the risk on risk off measure. Okay. The problem we're having is it's an analog. It's an analog to what happened in April. And if you can't remember the history, you're condemned to repeat it. Look what happened there. Looks like why we had decoupling there too. We had the market that was slowly ratcheting up, and then you had Russell that completely gave up and went to new lows, crossed 50, crossed 200, and you're wondering what is going on down there. Well, it eventually managed to get the index down with it too. We see the same play here. We said, okay, let's track it that closely as we did back in April and see if there's a margin for us to make a trade or two. Well, what happened here was we came down, and I remember it took almost a month to get out. So I went out there and bought just for a dead cat bounce here. I think seasonality is slightly different, so I don't want to go too crazy out because they have to pay for it. That's time value. So I picked some, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks forward weeklies on Qs. We bought some Qs. Why? Because they're outperforming S&P right now. I would have bought a SPY, but Nasdaq has been outperforming. So I'd rather right now at this stage jump on the Qs. And then maybe a week or now. So you relook back and see what happened. How did it behave? Which channels the IWM is in? And maybe I'll add some spice to it. But for now, my market call is dead cat bounce.
Okay, all right.
No more, no less.
Okay, I mean, we got through...
As of Saturday. And Stropo has played it, but as Ruby says, night is young. We have to see what happens today.
Okay, yeah, we did get through yesterday's high, 1923.50, got to 1925 here, but since pulling back, so the trade that you did on the buy yesterday, it's you're not falling in love with it, right? You're gonna ride it out.
It's an option on the Qs. It's a call. It's actually outright call. We usually do spreads, but the vols were like in 15s and 16s. Vols are so cheap. I don't mind buying some time value there, and it's only 2 weeks, 3 weeks forward. The intraday on the future side, we were both long and short. We have some intraday volatilities, and for people who've been bored, they gotta love it, because we've been bored with such a low volatility, and with the Yellen put in place, we've just gone up, and up. It's very hard to trade that intraday for index game, for index leverage game. So you gotta sit on your hands all the time. Here, at least, we're getting some intraday volatility. The McClellan oscillators are telling me the flush is not there yet. Okay, there's probably an event forward, because I want to see it for a larger run, and the issue becomes, what's the catalyst? Why would that be triggered? Now, how do I measure that? I want to see a reading of negative 275 to negative 300 on the McClellan oscillator NYSE. The whole thing, not S&P, the whole NYSE. And it's not there. We went down to 255 area, stayed there 2 days and pull up. Usually the second leg down is the one that's a setup. Okay, the next flush is a setup. Well, the issue again becomes, who's going to mess up? Is it going to be Obama? Is it going to be Bibi? Is it going to be Putin? Who's going to mess up this time? Is it going to be somebody out of Europe to push it down there? It's not going to be our economic data. Our economic data hasn't been that bad. It's still, we're chugging along slowly, albeit, but reasonably the data at the margin is improving in the U.S. The push down would be exogenous, in my opinion.
So you think there's going to
But then again, what do I know, right?
So you think
I lost the easy bet to you on FP. So
how are you playing it, Fari? If you think there's going to be another flush, are you then going to be buying that next flush?
No, I don't know what kind of deep it is. If it's a shallow flush, no, I don't want to buy it. If it's a deep, and I would dump the Qs. If it's a deep flush, I'll hold it. Yeah, I'll go in and pick up some spider. See, what has worked for me, remember, you got to trade what works for you. That's how, because there's no schooling for this. Nothing is going to teach you that other than you can attest to that yourself. What you've learned in your battles. What works for me is baby with a bathwater thrown out through the torpedo tubes. Okay? Remember, we're in the Navy. So when the baby with the bathwater is thrown out, that's what we call the launch pad mode. But by then, you would have other numbers that are pushing you there. For example, down to up volume ratio. Very key. Again, you go back to at sign Hunter Killer Sub. You see the charts I put on over the weekend, or we talk about in market timing webinar. Look for at least a setup of 10, okay, near 10, down to up volume ratio. That means the percentage was 90-10, or or even worse. Maybe 91 to 90 to 9, kind of that area you want. There's a push heavy on the downside, lifts up. A couple of days later, the market goes lower, but the up-down volume has more upper momentum. We go down to like 6 to 1. We go to 5 to 1. That's the one you want to buy. And by then, if it's a series of these pushes, I'll guarantee you my Clone oscillator would be below 300 negative.
What do you consider a deep flush? I mean,
375. 350 negative on my Clone oscillator. It has occurred 2 or 3 times. I've called it to the day. For example, last 2 that comes to my mind immediately are the last 2, not last year, but the prior 2 years prior to that. Not 2013, but 2012, 2011, Thanksgiving. Go back, you'll see. My Clone oscillators went to what we call launchpad mode. Go back to Twitter. I called it live. You could see people thanking me, coming and responding back, saying, "Barry, wow, what a run!" On one of them we took 750 points from a Sunday night. Okay, this is the Thanksgiving weekend. Sunday night to Wednesday high. Now on Friday did nothing. My call was on Thursday, so on Thanksgiving day off. I came back after dinner with family. I have a small local family here in Chicago. Came back, had a cigar, had a Levy Martin. Look at the charts. I said, you know what? That Cuban tells me I got to do something here. I kept on digging. And look at the McClellan oscillator. It's 374, 373 negative. So I start email, send it out. One smart aleck writes back to me Friday after the close. Well, Mr. Genius, this didn't go anywhere. Well, it was a Friday after Thanksgiving. Everybody was out. Nobody was around, and we had a little doji. Nothing either go up or down, sideways, right? Sunday night, we were going up so high. By Monday afternoon, he's writing back apologizing. Can I stay on the mailing list? I didn't even answer him. I don't worry about these guys. Let them go. They count the chickens too early, okay? By what do you call it? Wednesday morning, he says, I'll buy all the soup that you want. As I've heard that one before. Leave me alone.
Hey, Fari, going back to yesterday's trading, boy, did you see that move in Walgreens? Boy, what do you think about a move like that? And probably blows away all your Sigma channels.
What's the symbol?
WG
something?
WAG, yeah.
WAG, Walgreens.
Much, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't trade that very much, but I'll tell you something. Holy mackerel. What happened, as they say in Korean? What
They didn't
happened?
like the deal. They were buying that other company over there, and then they didn't do the tax inversion that everybody expected them to do, and they murdered it.
Right. Yeah.
Also, the tax inversion.
What does that look like on the Sigma? What does that look like on the Sigmas?
That was a -4, or -4 plus.
How often do you see
I'm sorry, not -4 plus, -4 minus. You don't get it. Now, these, over a long time, supposed to come back what we call scene of the crime. Supposed to come back where they started off, okay? Normally, they don't. Normally, they come close, like halfway, then roll over. Because of this, you remember, these guys were above 200 bar on a daily. They're equal distance below 200 bar. This is serious damage. So most likely, I'd say they'll come to 65, which is the 200 bar, and rolls over.
So you look for a little rally here, and then eventually to roll over again.
Not to exceed 65. I mean, another 6 point up maybe, and then die. And you're going to see on the wicks, if you look at the charts, the tops get smaller, asymptotic, and that's the roll comes. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about geometry of the charts. So if you watch them carefully, they're talking to you. But you got to have the receptors on them.
Okay, talk to us about Stratasys, SSYS. Do you follow this one? Because it's up $10 here right now.
Okay. Why do you guys throw me these Bow Wow stocks?
This is traded. It's
SS what?
SSYS, Stratasys, the 3D printer maker. Best of breed in the 3D sector. SSYS.
SSWS does not cover anything. Does not valid.
SSYS, Fari.
Oh, why? Easy. Okay. What about this? Is trading at 108.30.
Yep. It had
all right.
good numbers.
Okay.
Popped over one.
It's at 2 sigma right now, below 50. I'm sorry, -2 sigma. It's -2 sigma approximately. Below 50, below 200.
Wait.
This one was taken to the woodshed.
It had been, but now it's way up.
Yeah, you're looking at
Are you looking on yesterday's? Or do you not have it for today? Because it's up.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's a daily chart. Hold on. Let me go to a shorter term. It's
straight up $10.
What's happening now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we went up to 4 sigma. Of course, this is 30 minutes because there's a guy got the intraday data, post close of yesterday. So we traded over 4 sigma. Okay, on the first bar today, first 30 minutes of this morning, and then we went to 5 sigma.
5 sigma.
Came back to yeah. I can send you a chart. I'm not lying to you. Went to 5. I'm just reporting. I never heard of this, guys. Back to 4, back to 3, and now it's at 2. So these are 30-minute charts. So the market has been open about 2 hours pre-market. Okay, and the first time it snapped was 6:30 Chicago time. So 7:30 New York time. It went to 5 sigma. Yes, sir. It was a huge move. It was a 10% move. So, and you got to realize, we have been very, very, this is 30 minutes. We've had a very flat 30 minutes going back a week. So it's been fairly flat. All of a sudden it explodes up. Earnings?
Yeah, earnings this morning, they're blowing the numbers away.
You follow anything in the coal sector? Rob Hood is asking about if you follow any stocks in the coal sector.
Coal, what was it? KOL is the ETF?
Is that the ATF? Let me take it.
Yeah, ETF is actually microvectors. Yeah, not really. I got my hands burnt a couple years back
pun
on a
intended.
few cold names. I think it was last summer or summer before that. If they do that, you don't go back for a while. What do you like over there? Give me a couple of names.
Arch Coal is
yeah.
a little one, ACI, but there's, a ton of other ones. But this one's been in the real doghouse, ACI, for a long time, and it's trying to find some life in the last week. It's a $3 stock, little low puppy.
Arch Coal. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Yeah. $3, forget it.
Yeah.
No sponsorship. Remember, this is what Bill O'Neill taught us, right? From Investor Business Daily. No sponsorship. You go down there, you all you have is a bunch of cowboys down in Vegas. That's what you have. So imagine playing cards with cowboys, with their guns on their holsters in Vegas.
What about?
I don't want to do that.
They're asking about Peabody Energy, BTU. Cold's luck is.
BTU.
Peabody, give me the symbol again.
$15 BTU. Boy, Tom Union.
Oh yeah. BTU. Okay.
Just going back to that Walter Energy real quick. Looks like you got a double top here. A resistance point coming in at the 650 level here. Break above 650.
On BTU, hold on let me go here. BTU, I think you're gonna have some resistance at 16. That's a 50 bar. I don't see it go past 17 here. I wouldn't touch these. These are dead. What was
You're
the other
looking
name?
at all these as fades. Fade in the pops.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the name, Joel? You want me to look at?
Well, I said Walter Energy, but that's WLT. That's another low price stock. So I know you. I know
WLT.
you like the bigger bang. For the
$6.
buck.
I usually don't want to touch anything below 20.
Yeah,
because you're not getting any sponsorship. That means you're gonna have only bombs and pops, and that means there's gonna be a lot of back and forth and surprises without the news yet. Without even bringing news, people will just come in and go out and rumors and all that stuff, and just not. Yeah, nobody covers them. You're on your own. Again, you're playing against the Cowboys in Vegas. I don't want to do that.
Okay, Fari. Well, thanks for coming on. Fari Hamzei here comes on every Thursday, founder of Hamzei Analytics. And
if they called me on the right line, that is. You have to put that in.
Okay, and you got the address for the Benzinga World Headquarters here. I'm not ordering any lunch. I'm waiting for my very expensive soup.
We'll do. We'll keep your phone on. We'll have it delivered for you today.
Okay. All right, Fari.
Before the end of the market. How's that?
Have a good day.
Thanks,
We'll do, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.